Hello everyone, how are you there? I saw a lot of comments. I just try to put my microphone here. So we're gonna have, we have already the model actually. So she's here. I think first 5-10 minutes gonna be a little, maybe some speech behind, because we need to control all the cameras, to control all the angles, to control the switchness between all these cameras, etc. So we just need to understand that everything works perfectly. So how are you guys? Put some plus in the chat and make the chat also active. If you have any questions during this webinar, you are absolutely free to ask them. My man gonna read the questions, the comments. If you like, or if you want us to change some angles to see clearly, perfectly, you can also ask, and we're gonna try to do our best to show you everything you want. I'm drawing the sketch when the client is sitting. But as far as we have a lot of different equipment here and it's not really comfortable to change the position of the cameras, etc. So I'm gonna draw the sketch when the client is laying down. Why is better to draw when the client is sitting? Because of the mimics, of course. She's sitting, this is her regular face, how she's actually living her life. And when she's laying down, the skin goes a little that side, so, and the symmetry can change a little. That's why I already checked her symmetry. She's quite symmetrical. She has quite symmetrical face, what is good for me. And I'm gonna start drawing. First question I know is the pencils. I don't have any special mark of the pencil. I tried a lot of different pencils, and white and black, and they are all bought from Amazon or AliExpress, or mostly actually is just a present from my students. When I see a good pencil, I just tell my students like, what's the pencil? And they all give it to me. Always it happens like this. So that's why to find the good pencil is a challenge, you know. And now I'm gonna draw with no name pencil. It's just a white pencil. Also about how to sharpen the pencil is quite important, but I know that a lot of artists, they think that all the secret is in pencil. That's not true. The secret is actually in technique, in how you are drawing this line with the pencil. Of course, pencil plays role, like, I don't know, maybe 30% of this process, yes. But 70% is technical aspects, how you're drawing, how you press, how you stretch the skin. So now I will not really pay attention on the pencil sharpness, because as for me, it's quite easy. You just take this, I don't know how we call it, like knife, and we just sharpen it. The main advice of mine is to sharpen it in a little more sharp angle. I'm gonna show you. Now it's gonna be the best angle ever. You're gonna see my trash bin. So now you see the best ever angle. We sharp this side. We sharp another side. And my advice is to sharp also from these sides. It's a little from the black. So not to leave it very wide at the end, but more thin in these sides, you see? Like this. So for me, it's easier to draw this way. So advice second is always draw the sketch with the gloves. It's just, for me, more clear way, like to keep all the sanitary norms. Oh, I forgot English. You understood me. So we clean the eyebrow area with the micellar water or with the green soap. Doesn't really matter. Just we need to clean everything here around. Definitely now not alcohol liquids, without no alcohols. No alcohol. When I work with the regular customers, usually I'm not drawing with the white pencil even. I'm drawing with just the regular makeup pencil, Dior, like brown color, and I'm drawing also the frame, and that's it. So when I'm drawing, the client is laying down like educational video or master classes, I'm always drawing with the white pencil because I think maybe it just looks like prettier. I think just this is the point. So there is no secret why it's white, red, black, brown. It absolutely doesn't matter. So the main idea is to draw the frame and then to draw the basic hair strokes layout in this frame. That's it. The color doesn't really play any role. So now we're gonna start drawing. So first step, we need to find the center of her face. We put the mark here. So the center, then we put the mark through the inner corner of her eyes. And then we draw the same on other side. Then I put the mark on apex, on the highest point. And you see I'm not measuring anything. I just look on her natural anatomy. So on her natural bone structures. Usually, like not usually, it's always like this. All the people, they have forehead, this is more flat area, and they have the temples. So the temple itself is also flat area, and the forehead is quite a flat area. But between the forehead and the temple, we have this oval part. So usually it's more convex, and this is actually why we have the breaking point in this area, because the forehead is changing into temple. And this point I always call floating point. There is no specific place actually for this point. It can be maybe even a little closer to the center, maybe a little further. So you can just check on her natural also hair strokes growth and try to find the balance. So I did it here. I need to put the mark on other side as well. And the ends. Also, I'm now looking on her just natural eyebrows. Okay, now I can sit down.
Why no alcohol?
Вопрос, если не знать, о чем мы говорили до этого. The question is like, if not listen what we were talking about before, it seems like strange. Why not alcohol? Because alcohol actually kills all the bacteria, and good and bad. You know, yeah, I hope that we have not only bad bacteria, but also good bacteria, which actually protects our skin. So if you're gonna clean with the alcohol, you kill all of them. And when you start drawing and when you start traumatize the skin, means that there is no bacteria who can help to protect the skin inside. That's the point.
Курс будьте на русском тут уже ответили.
We're gonna have another camera, more macro. So now we did this angle to see my hand position, to see the sketch drawing. And then with another camera, when I'm gonna start already working with the needle, which is quite interesting to see close up, then we're gonna switch into another camera. It's just like, make no sense now to show you close up the pencil. So I did one shape, one frame, and now we're gonna draw another one. When I draw the lines, the frame, I'm also stretching a little the skin, but just a little. I'm stretching, like I'm putting the hand and my fingers in that position that I do not really modify the shape, the natural shape. So if you're gonna do like this, you're like changing the natural shape, and it can блин, да слово забыла, мешать, господи, disturb. It's already the third time I forgot this word. So it can disturb your view. I mean, you will not understand where should be the straight line, correct line. That's why you can stretch a little, but do not modify the shape of the eyebrow. And then also, I'm pressing quite hard and I'm drawing my line, my frame, my borders with such a short back and forth movements and overlapping a lot. So I'm not doing like this. In that case, you see, my pencil is not really drawing. That's the problem. I'm really pressing and moving slowly back and forth like this.
I know that you once worked on Axion S with hairs. Please tell me on what eccentric and speed. Thank you.
It's actually too low. I already see it. When I was working with the Axion S, I actually cannot say you the speed because it was like 4 years ago I used to work with that. And believe me, during these 4 years, even during 1 year, changes a lot in my technique. So it's every year improving. And also depends on what or with which power supply you're working. If you work with critical atomics and Axion S, then it can be the speed like 4.6, 4.4, I think something like this. And if something goes wrong with my sketch, I just have a brush and I can clean my line really easy and really carefully. And this brush helps me to keep my line straight, clear, and thin.
Так, окей. long is this webinar? Thank you so much. Can tell them.
How long will be this webinar? I actually cannot say, but I hope maximum 4 hours. So we're gonna just do the whole treatment. And let's see. I'm trying to talk during drawing, not to disturb my attention.
Илья задавала вопрос. I'm struggling with position of me and my hands while I do in front of the brow. Beginning of it.
Задавала вопрос до вебинара. I'm struggling with position of me and my hands while I do in front of the brow.
Mm-hmm.
В скобочках beginning of
Of the eyebrow. So we're gonna talk about this when we're gonna work on the beginning, okay? So it's gonna be just easier to follow all the aspects, to follow all the rules, all the system, comparing to jumping from topic to topic. So now we are drawing the sketch. And now I'm cleaning also my lines to make them thinner and to correct my symmetry.
I work with your rocket, but with critical atom block. What speed would you recommend?
It can be the speed 4.2, 4.4 maybe. So almost the same as Oksana, but just a little less maybe even. Okay, I will not waste a lot of time on this sketch drawing, so it's quite easy. I just gonna check now the symmetry of my drawing. Yep, maybe a little too sharp angle here, just to make it a little softer. Okay. And also I want to make this part a little thicker.
Okay, hi Oksana, why not using a wireless device? It is true the movement can be worse or difficult with a heavy device with battery.
That's true. If it's heavy device, of course, it can be harder to work for your hand. But why I don't like really wireless devices, because they are still softer, like less powerful than all other devices with the wire. So that's the problem. Once huge amount of our manufacturers gonna produce really, really good wireless device, which gonna be the same powerful as this device with the wire, then I'm gonna definitely use it. So far, I still in search of such. But sometimes I also use one wireless device. I was thinking to produce it, but then I thought that it's still not that one I want. But I can use it only for really easy cases, for easy skin, like normal skin, not really thick skin with no problems. And all we know that this kind of cases we see really rare, unfortunately. So mostly in my practice, I don't know how it's in yours, all the cases are more hard, so with some challenge. say me in the chat, write me in the chat if you have also mostly challenging cases while you're working. Also, what I wanted to know from you is about your clients, and like why you are here. So, what is your like main goal? You want to increase the amount of your clients because of the technique, or you want to go to the championship to win. So, what is your main goal?
Вопрос.
Ответ.
Which product is on your brush to delay the sketch?
It's a green soap. It can be also just a water, actually.
Is your brush wet or dry to clean a white line?
Yeah, it's wet with the green soap, yeah, or with water.
Hi Oksana, I didn't understand which stroke you use with Xeones.
I used, that time I used 2.5, but nowadays I'm using the stroke on my device 3.0, and I think this is the like universal stroke length for all the cases.
Hi Oksana, how to choose spine for client? Because the flow of right-left brows are different.
Then you need to find the balance between this. So one spine you can draw a little higher, one spine a little lower, and that's it. Or you can even keep small asymmetry on with the spine. So it's not really a problem. We don't need to draw two even, two symmetrical eyebrows. They should be like 90% symmetrical. I mean the shape, but definitely not the drawing. It's quite impossible to draw. I mean, and it just makes no sense to draw like two absolutely even symmetrical drawings. Yes, you need to try to draw as symmetrical, as even as it's possible, but it will not be a problem if one spine gonna be a little higher and one spine gonna be a little lower. And it's not gonna be a problem if here in the head gonna be 5 hair strokes and on other eyebrow gonna be 4 hair strokes. The main point in symmetry is to keep symmetry in the lower border, in the center part, and in the apexes. Even if you have a little different tails, so one is lower, one is higher, it can be because of the bone structure. Because, for example, even I have one bone here a little more convex, like more volume, and another one a little more flat. And that makes it also, my tails a little different. And this is what like I see, because I see my face, I don't know, 24/7. And all other people, they will not just notice that. So we're ready with the white frame. Now next step is to put the direction point. And this direction point is quite important. And there is no exact location of this point. So, yeah, direction point is where we gonna direct all our hair strokes. So, what I see on my masterclass is that I'm saying this rule. Students remember that they put the point that they do not direct the hair strokes into that point. So there is no sense of point if you will not direct the hair strokes in there. That's why you put the point. The point should be somewhere between the center part of the nose and this part, видно там? This part like between the eye and the nose, on this wall, nose wall, nose side part, here. And I can show you from here. We're gonna direct to the point. So usually when I work with the clients, I don't do that, of course, but you definitely can pre-draw such lines if it's gonna help you to understand the direction of all hairs.
Так, if we do the drawing when the client is horizontal, does not it affect the final symmetry?
Of course it's a fact. That's why I told you at the beginning that we usually draw the shape when the client is sitting. But as far as I already checked her symmetry, and also I'm quite experienced in all that questions, I can do it. But you definitely need to draw when she's sitting down, or you can, for example, put the marks when she's sitting down. Then you can lay her down and draw the sketch, and then you sit her again and check.
Хорошо. How can I understand each my power supply it's good?
Actually, all the power supplies are good, so don't worry about the power supply. What can be not good is your device, not the power supply. The power supply is just the supply which gives power to your device. If the device is not powerful enough, then that means that the problem is in the device.
Hi Oksana, how to choose spine for client? Because the flow or...
Это уже тоже было.
Ну, так, как-то мне дудя просто.
So, давай я сейчас, подожди. Next step is we need to divide the eyebrow into 5 sections. And why we need to do that and why this is so important for you as for the beginners is that this gonna help you to keep the symmetry of your drawing. So, first we divide the body from the tail. Then we split the tail into 2 even parts. Then we don't divide the body into 3 even sections. But first of all, we need to search for the head, for the beginning of the eyebrow. And we put the mark here. So this is the beginning of the eyebrow. And then we split the body into 2 even parts. Up, up. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Что у вас там? And the same here. We separate the body from the tail. We split the tail into 2 even parts. We search for beginning, and then we split body into half. So next step is to find the guideline, the spine, I don't know how we call it. I call it guideline. It actually doesn't matter. So the main line, the line which shows you the different, where the hair strokes, no, where the, oh my God. I need to explain that in English. So the line which shows where the hair strokes are changing the direction of their growth. Okay, so we can also name that the meeting point of the hair strokes which are growing up and which are growing down. Завис? And here it's quite obvious, but my advice. Вот эту камеру сейчас. If you see such a tail, like the hair strokes here are growing mostly down, but she doesn't really has the Asian face. So we cannot really draw the Asian pattern for her. And I do not really like when for the European faces, people are drawing all the hairs in the tail growing down.
Там очень много вопросов. Штук 20. Давай просто будем делать...
Когда я буду работать с аппаратом, вот тогда будет время отвечать на вопросы.
Ну тогда вот скажи, что все вопросы есть, они у меня выделены, просто мы ответим.
So, girls, regarding the questions, Alex told me there are a lot of questions, and as far as I still have something to tell you, to explain you, once I gonna work with the machine, like once I gonna explain all that I wanted, we're gonna have definitely a lot of time when he can read the questions and then I can answer them. So we keep all the questions in the chat, don't worry. So the tail, let's come back. I don't like if, for example, people are drawing the spine in the tail here. So I suggest always to draw it higher, like at least to start closer, as much closer to the back wall of the tail, to the upper wall of the tail, and lead it there. Because if you're gonna draw it down, then it will be always the question, what I need to draw in the upper part of the tail here. And mostly what I see, it happens this. I call it a Christmas tree. So it's not beautiful. That's why here we're of course looking for the natural hair strokes growth, but we can a little modify it to make it a little easier for us. So let's move on the spine here. And also if some of the stroke is not thin enough or it's just like goes wrong, you can also use the brush, make wet with the micellar or just with the water, and you can also clean it a little. Like this. And pay attention when I'm drawing with the pencil, I'm stretching almost the same way as I gonna draw, as I gonna work, when I gonna work. So here we have quite interesting also beginning. She has, we can, you see, brush them into here and it gonna looks like she doesn't have any beginning. Or we can brush it up and here they're gonna like cross. So I think we're gonna still brush it up. So I want to have a little beginning. And then we're drawing the same on other eyebrow. And why we needed these sections is because you can see from where you started and where you went. And also don't forget about this distance on the upper part and on the lower part. Oh, we're gonna do like this. So in here, we're gonna draw this guideline already higher. Okay, and then stretching into free direction, almost the same as with the device, and just a little less, like the same position of your fingers, but just not so much stretching yet, just less. And then next hair stroke is we divide the body from the tail with one hair stroke. And also don't forget about our direction to the point we did with you. So once I draw this stroke, I check where I started this hair stroke and where I went. And I'm trying to do absolutely the same on other eyebrow. And then I'm moving back to the tail area. Also stretching very carefully, drawing. Если есть какие-то вопросы именно по скетчу, ты меня не слышал?
Слышу, я смотрю.
So in the tail usually it's 3 hair strokes. 1, 2, 3. And the same with them, direction to the guide point. Nope. Okay, this one a little. I want to draw this a little higher here, this part. Because she has quite flat area in her temple. And I think here as well. Don't be lazy if you see that some hair stroke went wrong, another direction, or it doesn't look pretty on her face, on this specific area. Don't be lazy to clean it, okay? It's very, very important, because now what we're doing with the pencil, this is actually like even more than a half of your success of your treatment. Okay, now we move to the upper part, and here I always pay attention on the natural hair stroke growth. Поэтому вот эту камеру надо ставить.
А вот это твои волоски попадают сюда и вообще полный расфокус.
Да?
Два волоска попало, а расфокус полный. Игорь, поменяй пока на общий план. На общий? Ну вот это.
So girls, now we need to find some angle for this camera for you to see better. Ну, может, пока они не видят, позадают вопросы?
Задавать вопросы. Ну, давай задаем вопросы. What do you think about Defender wireless to make hair stroke?
I don't know, this machine never tried, so I cannot say anything.
Я вижу, что клиент со сложной кожей, какой ты больше будешь использовать?
This is not really actually the hard skin. This is just a little like more sensitive skin. She has quite visible capillaries, but it's not really a problem. So we're gonna talk about the needles when we're gonna like move closer to this topic. So now we need to finish our sketch, but for that we need to find the perfect angle for you. We can draw already? Я просто сижу, не рисую, потому что я думала, что камера не настроена. Так поняла, что фронталка включена сейчас.
Нет, сейчас включена ты.
Ну?
Да, можем включить телефон. Включи телефон.
Будешь ли ты
Телефон.
5 flat использовать все?
Yes, I will show you a 5 flat and 3 RL as well and 1 point needle. But mostly this treatment I'm gonna do with 1 point needle. So actually mostly working with mineral pigments, I'm using 1 point needle. What I noticed with a 5 flat needle is better to work with the hybrid pigments. And 3 RL I like to make the body of the hairstroke. Ой, вы когда разговариваете, невозможно вообще что-то объяснять, конечно. So with the 3 RL, I like to make the body of the hairstroke more intensive, more thick. Like it makes easier to create this volume on the hairstroke. Какая сейчас камера по итогу?
Сейчас
общая.
Вот это?
Да.
Ну, то, что ты говорила.
Ну, ты же разговаривала у нее.
So let's move on. And here also, as far as she has quite huge distance in the upper part, this is always the hardest area of the eyebrow. My advice here is never draw the long hair through the border from here to here. Don't try to draw all the strokes in the shape. It's not really important. So the shape, the frame, I mean, is just for you to show the borders where should be this eyebrow. But after, you need already to adapt your hairs according the volumes of her bones and her bones. Her bones, the temple, the forehead, the small sinking areas between the temple and the bones. So all these volumes you need to see, to analyze, and to adapt your hair strokes according these volumes. So you see here I have some distance between my hair and the white frame drawing. And I'm not drawing here one more hair stroke. It's not needed because just her natural hairs are growing here this direction, and also she has some sinking area in this part, and that's why I'm doing these curves here like other side. We have this curve and we have other side curve. So when you have such a lot of space here, I always suggest you to draw another curve of the hairs. And also I'm doing this and I understand that I need to do such a curve here because I'm just analyzing her natural hair stroke growth and I see that they're drawing this direction. And I'm just trying to copy it.
Давайте вопросов очень много накопилось.
Да,
Давайте
да.
немножко поразгружаемся.
How to choose spine for client because the flow of right and left brows are different.
Это уже было.
Да.
Ты просто не отметил, я поэтому.
А, не отмечаются?
What is your favorite needle configuration for old and thin skin?
There is no favorite needle configuration. There is correct needle configuration according to the skin type, and we need to choose the needle configuration according the skin type. So if there is really easy and fast rules. So we have thin needle, medium needle, and thick needle. So 25, 30, 35. And we have thin skin, normal skin, thick skin. So logically, for the thin skin, we use thin needle. For the normal skin, we use normal, so 30 diameter, and for the thick, we use 35 diameter. Easy peasy. And we also have tapers, so how sharp is the needle on her edge. And this we also choose according to the skin type. Not the skin type, but the skin condition. We have sensitive skin, we have really porous, oily skin, and we have really stretchy skin, such stretchy skin. And when the skin is sensitive, I suggest to use the short taper. The short taper is less traumatic needle taper. And for oil, for thick skin, for normal skin, for all other skin type, we can use medium taper. I call it more universal taper, which makes it also easier to implant more pigment from just one cut. And long taper I'm using for the hair stroke technique really rare, only in the cases when I have very, very stretchy skin. That's it.
Why do you draw the lines to area out of the sketch?
Huh?
Почему ты рисуешь линии за...
I'm drawing a little out on the lower border. On the upper border, you see, I'm not drawing out already. It's because here I can prolong them, even with the needle and with the pigment, and I'm always doing like that. So now I'm drawing on other eyebrow. Будет еще вопросы?
Какой черный карандаш ты? Там просто некоторые вопросы, когда уже начнется это, я их откладываю. Черный карандаш, какой тип ты используешь? Перепробовал много и нравится твой карандаш. Что это за карандаш?
Oh, it's a magic pencil. It's actually the pencil Mitsubishi, which I was talking a lot about in my Instagram, in Telegram channel as well. I even had the links for that. And this is Mitsubishi. And also, I used to have Mitsubishi the same, but it was with the black cover here. And once I have this one with the light one, they are a little different, but this also is good. Another one good pencil is, which is quite popular nowadays, is Huang Guang. I don't know. I can actually after make the picture of these pencils, and I'm gonna drop it to the Telegram chat. Да, так мы, конечно, не закончим за то время, которое мы планировали. Ну, тогда у нас есть Олег. Или Олег ушел?
Да, я думаю, он уехал.
Можно вопросы диктовать хотя бы. И разбираться с вопросом.
Хорошо, давайте мне наушник, мне Марина будет диктовать.
Не, ну Олег же вернется, я так понял.
Наушник? Это дело.
Какой аппарат ты используешь для hairstrokes? По-моему, был уже вопрос, да?
Нет, but the question about the device, of course I'm gonna use my device, Rocket. I'm working with this device already 3 years, and I'm absolutely happy with it. I don't like one hair here, and I want to correct it a little.
А по линочке? Не, по центру нормально.
And now we go to the lower again part. I'm trying to keep the distance between my drawing even, between my hair strokes, plus minus the same. Еще вопросы есть? Еще вы говорили, там много?
Ну, там другие, которые, когда ты начнешь уже иглой работать, какая игла будет, и просили показать, сейчас я найду этот вопрос. When you start the procedure, can you show where your elbow is resting, the position of your body?
Position.
Position. In the beginning. Это надо будет на общую камеру показать.
Да. Но, на эту верхнюю никак. Yeah, this is actually quite important questions about the position of my body, position of my elbow, my fingers, because most of the artists struggle with these positions, and that makes that doesn't really play a huge role, but it makes just the whole treatment easier for you to complete.
Сейчас Олег придет, будет диктовать вопросы, потому что это...
Кто? Марина?
Олег придет, будет
Олег.
диктовать вопросы.
And now started already my beginnings, so I'm drawing the hairs here.
С этой камеры, там надо постоянно с этой камерой стоять.
Какая?
Вот это?
Вот с вот этой. Ее после суд нельзя выпускать. Дай ему телефон.
Там, где огоньки, это то, что уже задавали.
Огоньки, вот это ко мне?
Которые твои огоньки, это то, что задавали уже.
Вот это с огоньком, это значит вопрос не задался. Когда ты задавал этот вопрос?
Хотя бы звук выключили. So girls, some technical moments. We called one more person to read all the questions. So now it's 5 of us here in this room.
На тебе на камеру постоянно.
Это вообще минус, да?
Нет, вот это и спасает, пока телефон только и спасает.
Сейчас что?
Ты с Оксаной общаешься. Все.
Сейчас что?
Сейчас телефон.
Ну, прям подряд нет.
Ну, чтобы Оксана слышала. И чтобы они тоже слышали.
So the next question is,
What xeons do you use? 1.8 or 2.5 xeon speed, I think. And you set on hard or soft?
so first of all, to start with, I'm not using CSHMR machine anymore for already like 4 years. I used to work with that with the stroke 2.5, but the speed, as I already also mentioned, is quite hard to suggest because I don't know which power supply you're using. On every power supply gonna be different speed of your device, but the speed, the working speed, should be less, like almost half less than the average, than the middle speed. So you find the middle speed and then you lower it down.
По-русски тоже, да? Какой иглой сейчас будете работать? Какой диаметр?
Это дальше давай.
Так, то же самое. The black pencil, which kind is it?
Тоже уже отвечали. So this we already answered.
Please, if you can repeat the needle for skin type.
Girls, about the needles and all configurations and why we need to choose them, why they are different, I have a lot of information in my full online course. So the main idea of the needle configuration is that you need to choose the needle according to the skin type And try always to think a little logically. If you have thin skin, that means that you cannot use the thick needle. You're gonna traumatize the skin a lot. Means that thin skin, thin needle. Thick skin, thick needle. Easy.
Will you write the explanation you gave regarding short, medium, and long taper?
Will I write where? That's it. No, girls, this is a webinar. This is not a masterclass with the notes and etc. So you're here to listen. You are here to write down all my comments and all my answers, and I'm here to answer during my drawing. So try to be more fast and write it down.
What kind of machine do you use? Liner, motor, or rotary?
Какой был вопрос первый?
What kind of machine do you use? Liner, motor, or rotary?
Liner, motor, or rotary, this is the same. It's a rotary machine. Right?
Right.
Like we have induction and we have rotary. This is two different types, but rotary, liner, it's all the same. It's all rotary.
Is your machine also good for powder brows? And can I use a universal needle?
Yes, it goes with universal window for needles, and I'm doing with this machine all the works. Eyes, lips, powder, hair strokes, whatever.
The stroke connections with main stroke is a little bit curvy or straight?
What?
Stroke connection with the main stroke is a little bit curvy or straight?
The connection between the hairs is also like a huge topic in my online course, and this needs a lot of time to explain all the connection rules. So the main idea of connections, of perfect connection, is that you actually should not connect. That's the point. They just need to touch each other. They can't touch each other. They can't even be without any touch. Like it seems like they are connecting, but they are not like this connected. У меня сейчас эта камера. So connection should be there, very smooth like this, and then they just touch each other. This is connection. This is already catastrophe. This is not connection. This is pigment migration.
How many passes for hair strokes technique?
It also depends on the skin, on the skin type, on the skin thickness. It depends on the area where are you working right now. It depends on the pigment choice, so it actually depends on a lot of different aspects. But definitely at least 2 should be.
How many hair strokes on average in each section?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 35. This is not correct question, girls. You should not count the hair strokes. You just need to draw, like to switch on your artistic mind, I don't know, and just try to copy the natural hair stroke growth. That's it. It can be even 10. If it's gonna be 10 perfect hair strokes, that maybe will be enough if she has a lot of her natural. But it can be 15, can be 100. It all depends on the specific features of her natural eyebrow. Speed. Нет, ну ты читай.
What would be the best speed with a wired Velar machine?
Depends also which power supply, actually, first of all, and depends which beller, because they changed. But I think I already answered this, so I cannot say you the numbers. I just can say that it should be like almost twice less than the average. So stop questions, we need to move forward. So I'm ready with my sketch, with my pre-drawing. Последний question? Okay, last question.
How long does it normally take you to do a treatment on your lab?
Normally, without your questions and blah 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 section, it takes maximum 2 hours. And 2 hours with hello, to talk about the shape, until goodbye. And even with the cup of coffee between. So if I gonna just try to make it faster, I can easily finish in 1 hour and a half. Oh, мне перчатки прям, руки вспотели. So, and now we are moving to the topic, the pigment and the cartridges. We already covered with you such aspects as skin thickness and skin conditions. So we see that she has quite sensitive skin. Actually, she doesn't really, like, it's not really sensitive skin. It's just like capillaries are very close to the surface of the skin, and that's why they are visible. I think it's the problem also in our country because it's always cold. And colder it is, closer the capillaries will be. So they just react more on the weather. And she has quite thick skin. Here thicker, here of course less thick, but it's still thick. So definitely my choice gonna be 35 diameter for the thick skin, and I'm gonna try to start with the medium taper, and I think it's gonna works well. No. So needle, needle, needle. I take my needle, 35. Then I also show you at the end the 5 flat work. We just gonna maybe extend a little the hair's endings. And then at the very end also I use 3 RL, and I'm gonna just make this transition, you see, between her natural hair stroke growth where is a lot and where she doesn't have any. This transition we need to work a little more, so we need to make more overlaps, and I'm gonna do it just with a 3 RL needle. 3-point needle, 3-point needle. So 5 flat. I'm gonna just prepare all the needles, and now regarding the pigment as well. So we see that she is quite red, and I know that most of the artists, they used to determine the skin between the cold and warm. Ты поставь на меня. Between the cold and warm, but I don't like cold and warm because everybody has the question, what is cold, what is warm then? And everybody understands cold and warm also by itself. That's why I determine the skin, I divide the skin into only 2 specific colors. It's or red or yellow. It's easier to understand the color because warm is not the color, yellow is the color. So we need to understand if she is red or yellow, that's it. And I see, and I hope you see as well, that she's red type person, means that we have the pigment also based on a red color or yellow color. So based means that it's more red ingredient inside or more yellow ingredient inside. How to understand? You're just doing a layout of the pigment when you buy them. Or if you're working with my pigment, you can just ask me, I'm gonna tell you. Or it's actually written on my online website. So we have the red skin, means that red is already a lot, red color is a lot on her skin, means that we need to add inside more yellow to balance the color between her skin and our pigment. And I have the best ever color of my line, it's number 2. it looks like olive color, but when it heals really, really beautiful, natural, like sand, like sand on the beach color, which I never see in Estonia. This color, we don't have a green color here still as well. And yeah, and of course, as far as she has quite dark hair, this is not her natural dark hair. I think it's just with temporarily colored. Yeah? Sa värvisid jah, sul on värvid, sul on tegelikult ma arvan, et sul on heledad kulmud.
Jah, natuke heledad.
This was Estonian language. You will never understand that. Yeah, as far as she has dark, but that's not her natural dark hairs. She's coloring them. And she has quite pale skin as well. So we cannot really use dark pigment. It will not be beautiful. But we cannot really use a light pigment. It will not be enough in that case. So we're gonna mix the light color on a yellow base and a dark medium color on a yellow base, 50-50. And it will be the perfect mix for her. По-моему, у меня только этот пигмент заканчивается. А, нет, хватило. So, moon and Mercury. And when I work with my pigments, and I'm working with them already 6 years, can you imagine 6 years? I always use the dilution, the thinner. The proportion is 60-40. 60 of the pigment, 40 of dilution. If the pigment is almost finished, then it starts to be a little more thick. Then you can use 50-50 proportion. Он там на столе у меня. My special mixer. It's a magic stick. When you mix the pigment with this magic stick, the hair strokes gonna be perfect.
It's a mineral pigments?
Yes, my pigments are minerals, but I'm one step from releasing a new hybrid line. It's gonna be only 3 colors, but they gonna be. Что?
What brand is the pigments?
This is my brand Pigments, girls. 8 years on the market, OMG Pigments. You can always find the link in my profile bio, or actually if you want to know more about them or to order, you can contact us and we're gonna send the link. We can send the link in the chat right now to the pigment, right? To the pigment, I mean.
Девочки должны просто.
So the needle, and I'm also gonna show you some trick.
What about kind of blue or really, really white skin type?
Как может быть кожа blue?
Ну, белая такая, прям прозрачная, очень прозрачная, прям как вены просвечивает.
Да нет такого. There is no blue skin. There is like, I made easier way for you. Just try to understand if it's more red, so pink or red, or it's more yellow or like closer to the green color. When it's already more white or more dark, this is already not the color. This is intensity of the skin. This is not the color. The color is blue, green, yellow, red, I don't know. And is it light or dark? This is not already the color anymore. So the skin cannot be blue actually. It's still with the red undertone or yellow undertone. There cannot be any other. You just need to try to see it. wait with the questions. Regarding with what I gonna clean, with what I gonna wipe my pigment of the skin, I just use the cotton pads, and I gonna just make them wet with the water, just with the water, clear water. That's it. No micellar water, no green soap, nothing during the treatment. And I go to moisturize them. Ta-da! So I just moisturized them, just press the water. That's it. Давай, next question.
I have problems with oily skin retention. Do you tell about this in your online course, or what can you advise?
Look, what is good in online course is that you have 2 months mentorship. And whatever struggle you're gonna have during these 2 months, I will be able to help you. Believe me, I was working with 1,000 cases already. So the problem can be different. The problem can be in your movement, in your device, it's not enough powerful. Maybe it's the short stroke, which is like by default enough powerful because it's short. Maybe it's wrong needle configuration, maybe it's the pigment, maybe it's not enough overlap. So it can be a lot of different answers why it happens. But that's what is good in online education, that you have me 2 months, just like 24/7, almost. I'm just sleeping and I cannot answer when I sleep. And I can help you with all your struggles you have.
Will you explain in the course how to choose the right speed of the device and based on what power supply are you using?
Of course, I have the specific formula actually, how to understand the speed and how to count the average speed, how to count the range of the speed of the voltage actually on your power supply, and how to calculate like plus minus the right speed. This is first. And second as well, when you do an online course, you have the homeworks and you need to send me the videos of your homeworks. And during this process, I see the mistake. I see, for example, that the speed of your device is not correct, and I'm gonna tell you to improve that. I wanted to tell about the needle trick actually right now, but my managers told me to tell you a little about online. As far as we were already talking about that and you were asking the questions, so online courses we have 2 different packages. We have basic package and we have now a new one version, upgrade version. It's advanced package. So advanced package is with me, with my personal mentoring 2 months, which starts actually 16th of June. And the basic package is for mostly the beginners in the hairstroke technique who actually were never deal with hairstroke technique or just started. Or you're doing it for 2 years, but just like pointless. So the basic package is for you then. And it starts already on the 5th of May, and it's also 2 months support with another mentor, with another mentors, and I'm actually also in there. I can also talk to you, but just not as close to you and not so much with you according to the personal mentorship. Any questions more?
RI hybrids are good for machine strokes.
The hybrids are good for the machine strokes. Yes, I also mentioned it that hybrids, you can work with the hybrids, but it's a little different technique, which I actually also gonna explain during the advanced course, during the advanced online course. So how to work with the hybrid, which tools to use, the speed, movement, the hatches, direction of the hatches is different. So you need also to understand one thing. Once you change at least one tool in your work, the movement, the speed, the cartridge, the pigment, changes everything. This is like a chain. One tool, one chain, one small chain, you're, как звено? Chain. Yeah, one chain, you change, everything changes. And who already understand that they want this online course. So you gonna now have the button to register. So you have this perfect opportunity right now, because only today, okay, and tomorrow as well, you're gonna have the special price for the online course. Let's move on. We need this camera to show the needle. No, at least closer. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the trick of bending the needle. I'm doing that already like 10 years. So I press to the leg of the cartridge, then I see the needle, and then I bend it to the side where it's closer, to which side the needle is closer. Но мне кажется, они ничего не видят так. Нужно другой ракурс. So we try to change the angle now. Oh, I think now you see. Put plus in the chat if you see that it's bended a little. It's not going straight out. It goes a little to the side. Видно? Okay, good. Then you did that, you need to check, to press like and to check that nothing disturbs the needle inside. Можно переключать. So I know that now gonna be the question why we need to do that. And the answer is, first of all, we make the needle more stable, because anyway, like the cartridges can be perfect, good, whatever, bad even, we still have additional small vibration of the needle inside the cartridge. And we're just minimizing this vibration, bending the needle. And the second, which is more important, why we do that is that we are opening the space for the better ink flow. So nothing disturbs the ink flow when the needle is bended. We're like putting it to the side, saying to the ink, to the pigment, like, now you can move back and forth, nothing disturbs you. And the pigment is like, oh yeah, this is so good. And that's how you are also getting the better healed result, because there in the skin is a lot and enough of pigment. Okay, now we insert the cartridge, and now we need to adjust the needle length. How to adjust the needle length? Who knows? I hope everybody. Что пишет? Да.
What color to use on a red hair?
What color to use on the red hair? We're not using the color for the hair. We're using the color for the skin. We're not looking for the hair. So if she wants if the question is if to make it warmer, Then you need just to ask your client to, if she wants the same color of her eyebrows as her head, or if she wants them more grayish, or what she wants. But the color we choose according the skin tone.
It will stay. It will stay that course whole lifetime. After 2 months,
After the 2 months mentorship is ending, you have still 4 months access to the course, and as well as me actually next to you, so I'm not deleting the groups. I'm still there for you to help. And with all other groups, we're still in contact. It's not already so often, they don't have any homework anymore. But they still can ask whatever questions they're gonna have, and if they have some struggle, or if they need to choose, for example, model for championship, I'm always there to help.
what's the length of needle?
What's the length of needles? This is what we're gonna do right now. So we need to adjust the needle length. Actually, according to the cartridges, I also have my brand cartridge, who doesn't know. And you can also look closer, and you can get more information about them on my website and online store. So, Nostro, we're just trying to find the best angle for this camera.
Do you also use this needle trick for the powders, brows?
Yes, for every zone, for every technique, but only for 1-point needle. Never try to do that with a 5-flat or 3-point needle. Only with 1-point needle.
What are the prices of the course? Я не буду уже там потом почитаю.
The prices of the course gonna be on the screen after, right?
Нет, подавать заявку, у нас нет никаких.
Then you just need to register, and you're gonna just find the prices there, or on the website as well. On the website, no?
Yes.
У нас всё через-
И QR-код, который есть, вот, он идет уже на веб-сайт.
Так это не QR-код, это наш логотип.
Там он меняется.
Там всё.
The QR code you see on the screen actually forward you to our website.
Do we need to bend the needle only for eyebrows or for other parts of the body as well?
For the legs also. I already answered this question. Давайте, let's move on. I need this camera. I was waiting for you actually.
Там Игорь. Там
So we need to adjust the needle length. How we do it? We insert the cartridge, so we are rolling out the needle, so we see the needle. Так ты переключи камеру-то.
для начала им надо выставить.
А ближе нельзя?
Пробую. Пониже можешь ее опустить? Или ты хочешь на
Так
чёрном
будет не
фоне?
видно, да, просто специально на черный держу.
Так, и
О. Ух ты! Wow! This is a 1 million shot. Yes? So you see the needle now. We start to roll the grip. This is the grip of the device. So we roll it, and we see that the needle starts to go inside of the cartridge.
Красиво, да?
Так, надо его снять.
А у меня нет ничего, телефона у меня нет. Хорошо, да.
And the very first moment when the needle is hide in the tip of the cartridge, you need to stop. I still see the needle, and I even feel it with my finger. So I need to turn
Игорь, не вот.
2 more time. Then I can check with the finger, or you can check with... А почему переключили?
Ну, потому что там
Ваткой закрыла и размялась всё.
And you can check also with the cotton pad that nothing цепляется,
Ну, scratches.
scratches. And that means that it's good. So you can also switch on the device, you can check. That's it. And now you cover. Почему это не видно? А, вот настолько оно? Подожди, ничего не понимаю. Нет, это не... Да, подальше туда. And now you cover the device. Up. And finally we can start. No, nothing can be shown again on this webinar. Otherwise, we're gonna sleep here today with you, girls. Just try to be as much focused as you can. Do not cook during my webinar. Just sit and watch. Or after, you can buy the online course. Everything will be recorded and you can rewatch it 100 times. I'm waiting until my hands gonna be a little more dry. Because once I touch something with my gloves, you see now I just touched the glass, I need to change it. This is the rules of our treatments. So the gloves should be clean. And with the dirty gloves, you cannot touch phones, head, body, everything. And yeah, we're gonna start. Да. Chick. Pigment was 2 and 5, 50-50, Moon and Mercury 50-50. And сейчас будет, наверное, машинку слышно очень, да? Yeah, as far as device is very close to the microphone, it can be a little too much noise, but actually it's not like this. Так, okay, so we're gonna now adapt to all the cameras, find the good position. And now, first of all, let's look from this angle, from the upper angle. I show you the hand position for the tail stretching. So we need to stretch to the center from here with this finger. So not up, not like this, because this is not stretching. We stretch with this finger to the center. With this finger, we're just holding the skin. And our small finger, our support finger, is stretching... Нет, большую камеру. Okay. Is stretching to the third direction. So we need to find the position where our hair stroke is on the bone, like this. Up. And let's start. So now, нет, сейчас пока нет. Now I'm gonna fix the hair. So this is the lightest hair. That's why I'm trying to be very superficial. Don't forget also that she is without numbing cream. But I already do a lot of overlapping. And I'm moving more towards myself, but very, very fast. And now we're gonna wipe and check. А вот этот надо, мне кажется, вот чуть-чуть с этого угла и ближе. Не видно там. So I want you to see closer this retention after one. It's not even the pass, it's just a fixation. You see? So and this is mineral pigments. These are mineral pigments. And this is just so superficial work. And when the people say me that it's impossible to work with the minerals, it means that you're just working not with my minerals. With my mineral pigments, it's easy to work and to get good retention. Почему мне неудобно? Kasi natuke nalla puolesin. Yeah, just. So let's move on. So I have movement back and forth, but going out of the skin, and movement towards yourself. Usually when I fix, I'm using now back and forth movement. When I want to implant more pigment to make the gradient, I'm using towards myself movement. The towards myself movement is easier. That's why for the beginners, I suggest to use only one direction movement. Because back and forth movement is already more advanced movement, it's harder. Because you need to feel already the hand position, the stretching, to understand how it works. So second hair stroke is done. Okay, so now girls, I want you to pay attention to everything. How I'm sitting, how I put my fingers, where is my elbows. My small finger, my pinky, is always next to the working area because it's my stretching and also it feels the depth. The depth of the needle, of the pigment implantation. So once I start, I'm trying to clean all the strokes first of all. When I get closer to the area where it's quite impossible already to close and not to disturb, to ruin my drawing, then I will not wipe anymore. So now on my speed, on my power supply, the speed is 3.2 with my power supply and my device. Вы поснимали чуть-чуть, да, видео? Ну, такие типа.
When you work on the skin, which direction is the bended needle? Away from you or toward you?
Yeah, it's a good question. The needle is away from me.
Does your mineral pigments are micronized particles?
А? Чего? Я просто не поняла, что micronized?
Micronized particles.
А, типа микроны? Oh, you know, this I don't know the answer to this question, and actually I should not know the answer to that question, and it's actually not really important information. So if you're gonna answer me what this information gives you, then I will try to find an answer after.
Client didn't need to avoid caffeine at least for 24 hours before the procedure.
No, only 2 hours before. But actually, it doesn't also play a huge role in the process. But we still keep saying that, yeah, you need to avoid drinking coffee at least 2 hours before the treatment, but it doesn't affect so much to the treatment.
If the skin was more yellow, would you use more red pigment to balance?
Yeah, that's right. So if the skin is yellow, then we can use red-based pigment. And yellow skin type is always more, you know, I call it thankful. Like it's always gonna be a little better and nicer color according to the red skin. So that's why with the red you need to be really, really careful choosing the pigment.
Do you always dilute the pigment?
Yes, always, because my pigments, they are very, very concentrated, means that they have a lot of colorant inside, so colorant ingredients, what makes them actually last longer. So it's better for you. You buy like 10 milliliter of the pigment, you dilute it, and means that you get more pigment.
I have seen OMG needles sold by other PMU artists and teachers in USA. Are they your needles?
No, but my needles are actually not OMG. My needles called Satellite. Like it's under the brand OMG Universe, but the name of the needles is Satellite. And it's really interesting if you can send me the link for to these cartridges. I'm gonna just check. Очень,
During the
очень
treatment,
близко.
do you use different colors for different areas, like darker or lighter ones, or do you use one color only?
What? Еще раз.
During the treatment, do you use different colors for different areas, maybe zones, like darker or lighter, or do you use only one color?
In my online course, actually, we also cover this topic a lot because we have also different options. You can use or one color or mix of colors, or like it's a lot of different options. So mostly, regularly, I'm using one color with the just regular customers. But if I have time, if I need to think something like blow-minding, then I can use more. If I need to make transition, for example, like she has a lot of hair in one specific area and then she does not have any, and this transition, we need to connect these two areas, right? And in that case, I can use, even working with the regular customers, 2 different colors. Yeah, so means that you can actually choose the option you like or according the case you have.
When do you do a touch-up after your pigments?
After my pigments,
Видимо, когда коррекция расслоения пигмента.
like we have a touch-up anyway, not earlier than 1.5, 2 months. So this is the first touch-up. Anyway, it's like necessary to do that. And then I have an options of yearly touch-up and like upgrade touch-up, like from a year until 2 years. So the clients have cheaper prices for these treatments. But in a year, it doesn't mean that it's fade until 0. It's just started to fade maybe like 30, 40%. So I'm like asking my client to come every year just to make a yearly touch-up. The same as with the nails. Ты можешь переключить? Не работает. The same as with the nails. But with the nails, we are doing touch-up every month. So with the permanent makeup, we are doing it every year.
Какая максимальная скорость есть на машинке?
Also, the question in Russian was like, what is the maximum speed of the device? I do not really understand the question because also we are talking about the power supply first of all, and different power supplies has different maximum speed. Что происходит?
Все хорошо.
When can you repeat the treatment? I don't need touch-up, but the repeat treatment, like 1, 2, or 3 years.
in my country, I'm not repeating. I'm still doing touch-ups. So depends on the intensity, on how you implanted the pigment. So if you talk about me, I already told you, yes. So we have yearly touch-up. But if you are interested in when it's fade, like I mean until almost zero, then like yeah, definitely 2-3 years.
I'm interested to know if the client is feeling the scratch without numbing.
She definitely feel the scratch, but she doesn't really feel, I think, a lot of pain. So of course she feels she's alive.
What is the problem and what can we fix it when the needle is leaking in case of proper length?
Leaking.
Teacher.
The problem can be in the hole. So maybe it's incorrect cartridge. So too huge hole and too liquid pigment. So if you used to work with some organic pigments, then it can be a problem. What can you do? You can change the needle or you can change the pigment. Depends. So first of all, yeah, you need to find the problem and then find the solution. And to find the problem, you just need to understand and to try to change something in your work.
Can you show the position of her body? Her body.
So we're gonna now clean. In this case, now when I see a lot of pigment through, like inside the hair, I can use green soap for wiping. And да.
Вот так хорошо, когда вниз уводишь, свет появляется.
Я вообще там на этом экране ничего не вижу.
Он там затемняет.
So this is just the fixation, yeah? So we see all our pre-drawing. Now
Подбородок чуть-чуть поднять и провести. Или вот. Так лучше. Чуть-чуть камеру вверх.
У тебя просто он растянут чуть-чуть.
Секунду.
Yep, so now we're gonna apply the secondary numbing cream and move to another eyebrow. And then after, they're gonna show you the position of my body. The secondary numbing cream can be Sustaine. I have another one. This was the present from one of my students. Again, the present. So it doesn't really also affect your work. So it can be Sustaine or whatever else you have.
What's the stroke she's using?
The stroke of my device is 3.0. So it's just like with the front camera, we changed the battery now. It needs some time to charge. And that's why we're trying to find the position for you to show my elbows and my body on another camera. So we still have time to show it. It's not a problem.
New hybrid pigments because of better healing result or why? I love the color retention of your pigment, but I'm still implanting not enough. I think so sometimes they don't stay like this.
No, new hybrid pigments is just because of a lot of requests. So a lot of people, they want to work with the hybrid pigment. That's it. So everybody can do their choice. And it's just like you need to understand the difference that this technique you cannot really do with the hybrid. If you work with the hybrid, you just need to change a little the technique, the needles, and like some of the tools.
What will you advise the client for the aftercare?
Oh, let's talk about the aftercare maybe after after we finish.
What schemes are in the online course?
We have on the basic package we have one scheme, the basic layout, basic pattern, and on the advanced we have 5 different schemes and also 5 different models. So it's gonna be alopecia, it's gonna be cover up for alopecia, it's gonna be work on a dark skin, it's gonna be hard case like oily porous skin, and something more. I don't remember. So actually I do not really put my elbows somewhere. So my elbows sometimes are just closer to my body. Я просто говорю это, и никто ничего не показывает.
Первую секундочку. Должна будет камера перейти, что там начнет двигаться. Поменяешь его это?
Сейчас посмотрим, как это можно.
Неплохо. Ракурс.
Sometimes men ask about permanent makeup. Is there any difference between men and women's skins?
Yes, absolutely. They are totally different skin. What I noticed, skins. What I noticed is that men's skin is more sensitive. And scheme. Yes, still different scheme. Not a lot difference. It's just like more chaotic scheme and more hairs on the lower area of the tail.
Why at the head of the eyebrows did you make the first 3-4 strokes in V point? Far of the edge of the shape you did with the white pencil. That's a hard question.
I don't understand.
Can you separate this question in 2 different parts, please?
Hmm?
Ну, я просто долго не смогу рукав вставать.
Давай попробуем.
In advanced course about the men's scheme, we're gonna have the man layout, and you're gonna definitely see the difference. And if I'm gonna find the model, because in Estonia it's really, really hard to find the man model, then I'm gonna definitely record it for you. Or if you know someone, you can send him to Estonia. Нет. So, мы показали, so we showed you the position of my hand or no? Это вам был ответ, вопрос. So you see, you actually should move towards your elbow always. So your body also, you need to adjust according to your movement and the hair stroke growth. So for example, now I'm doing this stroke and I'm sitting this position. And now we're gonna make another hair stroke and I'm gonna change a little the position of my body. for oily yellow skin, first of all, intensity of the skin as well we need to know. So if it's like European face, like almost like this, so it's gonna be number 4, infinity. So now the hair, I'm doing it in this position because I started from the center, and now my hair is going down, and I'm gonna change the position of my body as well, you see? But as far as I don't have any space to put my elbow, I'll put it on her shoulder. Eyebrow I'm already not wiping during fixation because I already understood the pressure, so I know amount of overlapping I should do. So yeah, basically, I don't know if we answer to your question regarding my body position. If yes, just text me, please.
See your body.
Okay, great.
Так вот, вернулась. Просто 20 секунд задержки эфира.
Сдавай, сдавай.
What will be the difference between the new course and the personal mentoring last year? You recommend to do it when already did personal mentoring or no?
Не поняла я вопрос.
Надо, в чем будет различие между personal mentoring и новым адвансом? Надо ли брать, если вдруг брал personal mentoring, то advance?
But it's not about the personal mentoring. It's about the different courses. It's also personal mentoring. It's just additional information, a lot of additional information regarding the pigment, regarding the needles. It's updated model work, new schemes, and also I forgot also very important part is marketing, which gonna be added to the advanced package. So about the how to create reels, about your account, how to make funnels, how to sell, and what else? Huh? What else was in the marketing part? I don't remember. Спасибо, что помогли. Thank you for helping. You can actually find all this information if you go through the QR code and go to the web page. Yeah. How to work with objections. The personal brand. How to build the personal brand. Почему я себя слышу так? So we fixed these hair strokes on other eyebrows. So we are going back to the first eyebrow, to the right one, and now we're gonna work on it again. We're gonna overlap. We're gonna add more pigment, and we're gonna add more hairs. Невозможно жарко просто.
How to make a good retention for hair strokes? It doesn't last as long as microblading.
No, that's not true actually. It's just microblading is a cut and you do it too deep. And that's why it's like a tattoo, it stays forever. But machine strokes, you are doing a little more superficial, but The key secret is in technique, how to implant enough pigment. It's also the system, the whole system, the process, like which you need to teach, or no, to learn. It's a lot of different aspects, how to overlap and not to count amount of passes, how to find the correct depth. But the main secret is just you need to overlap enough pigment.
You did the sketch, first strokes at the head of the eyebrows in B.
No, this is not the sketch. This was just a direction I showed you. These are not the hair strokes. This was just the direction of the hairs. Like it's not in the shape. Yeah, no, it's just the direction. It's imaginary lines. For you, I just showed it.
What do you think about multi-strokes devices? Are they really multi, or is it better a single stroke device?
You mean where you just turn and adjust, or where you change? Because in mine it's also two different, but it's changeable, but not adjustable. I mean, it's different devices. When you change it by hand with the pieces, or when you just rotate it on your device and it changes. This I don't really like, because I think they are like not enough powerful. It's what I noticed, yeah, it's just my opinion. Про кого? We are working with 35 diameter needle MT hard.
With the overlap doesn't make will the overlap doesn't make the pigmentation?
No. If you overlap correctly with the right angle, but to understand the right angle you need to put the hand into right position, then it will not be any migration. Why should it be?
You made this hair stroke at the 90 degrees angle?
Yes, always working 90 degrees. And now I am already doing shorter hashes in the center to implant more pigment to make more overlaps. And longer at the ends to make it softer and more transparent. These are two strokes, or 3 strokes, they are like done. So we have the gradient, they are quite intensive. Видно там? You see? Видно? Выше ракурс, мне кажется, надо.
I have read about 5 flat needles in your blog. Will it be included in the online course?
Видно? What? Да ничего не видно там. Что?
I read about 5 flat needles in your blog. Will it be included in the online course?
Yes, in the advanced package will be included the topic about 5 flat and 3-point needles and how to work with them, what's the difference, what's the advantages of it, and when to use it and how to use it. Да. I already answered these questions. А что за вопрос? Yeah, I'm gonna be in the Chile in August.
Can you repeat the speed with critical?
With critical and what device? If with my device and critical atomics, then it can be 4.2, 4.4.
Is the online course only in English?
No. It's in Russian, English, Spanish, Italian, and that's it. English, Russian, Spanish, Italian. Я там ничего не вижу, если что.
What's the speed of the machine and brand of secondary numbing?
Hello. Good morning. The speed of device and power supplies is 3.2 with my device and my power supply, and the numbing doesn't have any brand because it was the present from my Mexican student and there is no brand on it.
Can we see the position of your body, not the hands?
Это надо фронталку включать. One moment. Она включена? Тогда давай какой-то вопрос. So this is the position. I'm just sitting from the right side. And now I'm working on a tail of the right eyebrow, so not really moving a lot. My body, when I'm gonna come closer to the beginning, then I'm gonna change a little.
Can you please explain what will be different if we use hybrid pigments?
What will be the difference with what? No, I cannot explain it right now because like now I'm using the mineral and like this technique, what I'm doing, what I'm showing now is absolutely based on the mineral pigments. So I'm not really using the hybrid. I'm releasing the line of the hybrid because of the requests of the people. And I can use the hybrid just in some rare cases when, for example, it's really, really thick skin or like dark. But I actually like never use them pure. I can mix them with minerals still to make a little more intensive result. And like, for example, a little more long-lasting effect, but just a little, yeah? But the difference is, first difference is, of course, in the pressure. So working with the hybrid, you cannot press so much, you cannot overlap so much. That's why I love the minerals, because you can really do a good gradient with them.
How much is the price of the complete course, the package that includes
All? We don't have all. We have basic package and we have advanced. Okay, we can call advanced like it includes all. The price these 2 days is 1,399 euro. Yeah, so here now you can see on the screen как наполнение? Feeling of the course? Вот, program. Course program. No, what's included in two different packages?
Most washes. Do you recommend Lexion machine for this technique? This pigment. And what's the length of the stroke? Critical with value?
I'm recommending only my device, my pigments, my cartridges. And I think it's quite logically why I recommend that, yeah? So I cannot say anything bad about other brands, but if you ask me about my recommendation, I'm gonna always recommend mine. Because when I work with mine and you work with mine and you want any advice, I can easily help you. Because I understand what's your problem if you're using all my tools. If you're using another pigment brand and saying me, I don't have any retention, the first thing I'm gonna say you is change the pigments.
It can happen on one side of the eyebrows, it stays more pigment than the other side.
Yeah, it's because of the pressure of your hand and the position of your hand. It's on left eyebrow. It's really, really common when it happens like this, because of the pressure and the hand position, the incorrect angle.
When doing light strokes, do you make your hand move faster and less overlapping?
When I what?
When you're doing lighter strokes, what do you do?
Yeah, of course, lighter strokes. When I do lighter strokes, I work a little more superficial with a little longer hatches and less passes.
Do you make your hand move faster?
Not really. А почему желтый свет стал? So I worked on all hairs. Now I'm pre-drawing another additional stroke. So I'm doing it already without any pencil. Just first of all, I'm pre-drawing superficially, like barely touching the skin. Then I check if it's used there. And if I like it, then I fix it. This is how we can save our time. Instead of using all the time the pencil, then you fix, then you use the pencil, then you fix. Что, вопросы закончились?
На испанском. ¿Qué velocidad utiliza el tipo de aguja?
Какая скорость и какой тип иголки?
Нет, типа, why are you doing faster passes than others? Это первый вопрос. Why are you doing faster passes than others? Типа, чем другие люди,
Вот, у меня тоже. Then others like people or what others then? Because I'm doing, all my movements are quite fast. So this is I'm pre-drawing. I can pre-draw even 1, 2.
With an older skin, might you dilute your own ink brand more than 40%?
No, you should not dilute it more. You just take the lighter color, that's it. For mature skin, if she's really, really pale skin, if she's like blonde, you can just use pure number 2 and that's it.
What is the price of your machine?
The price of my machine is 500 or 490. But when you actually buy my online course, you're gonna have during 6 months 20% discount for all my products. So it's like double win.
Out of topic question, what kind of bed and chair do you use for the procedure? And would you recommend a specific time for comfort? Like longer hours?
No, actually, my couch is already 8 years old, and the chair the same. And it's quite comfortable. It's not, I think, the most expensive. It's just like, I don't know, common regular price chair and couch. But I do not really pay attention on that, so it's comfortable for me to sit, and that's it. If it's not comfortable for you to sit on your chair or couch is not comfortable, then you definitely need to change it. So, but mine is the common one. Nothing specific.
Is the key to your technique the amount of overlap, not the slowness of your hand to saturate the lines enough?
Yeah, I think the key feature, the key secret of my technique is in everything. Is like the pigment as well, because if you're gonna have another pigments, then it's gonna be also harder to implant them. But definitely one of the key secret is amount of passes and different length of the hatches, because inside we are doing shorter, like moving closer to the ends, we're prolonging them, we're doing them a little longer. Yeah, so, but I'm moving quite fast with my fingers. Что у них происходит там? So, and now I'm changing a little the position of my body, because I'm getting closer to the hairs in the beginning part. And also I'm trying to help myself to как это, to hold the natural hairs with this finger, like to open the space, to open the view. Because sometimes it's a lot of hair and you cannot really see anything. And in that case, you just do like this with your finger, just hold it, hold the hairs, and you're gonna see everything then. А что, вопросы будут еще? Все вопросы задали?
Is the pigment shipped to USA?
Manager told me regarding all these questions, you need to contact my manager. My manager can answer. Да.
So basically, the price depends on the amount of pigments you're ordering, on the weight of your package, on the size of your package as well. So if you order something with the pigments, like cartridges or something big like power supply or device, then the price goes up. Like regular rate is something like 35, 40 euro, and the more you order, the higher the price goes. This I'm talking about the regular postal delivery, not about the DHL. DHL costs a lot, something like 100 euro to USA, but this is a DHL Express, which comes to like in 2-3 days.
It is more safe.
Yeah, and it's more safe.
For baby hairs,
Hmm?
do you prefer using a lighter color pigment or better dilution? Or it's just about hand movement?
Что начало вопроса?
For baby hairs.
For baby
Do you
hairs.
prefer using a lighter color pigment or better dilution, higher dilution? Or is it just about hand movement for baby hairs?
It's about hand movement and less pressure. And also length of your movement, length of your hatches. So now I'm doing the hairs in the beginning. So stretching is to two sides. So stretching up, a little turning like this. And as well, my small finger is always close to me. And here I'm pre-drawing first of all. Pre-drawing as well.
So you never overlap the guideline, is it correct?
I do not even fix the guideline, and you should not fix it. So the guideline just shows you the direction, but it's not the hair, it's just the line. That's why we call it a line. Never ever fix it.
Can you give us, only for us here today, some discount for your products?
Yeah, why not? Для чего? Какой мы даем купон? Yeah, we can do it, of course. We're just gonna prepare a special code for you. Just need some time. And we can give you... Сколько мы дадим? 15? 15% discount. Why not? Good idea. And yeah, so good retention is in this short hatches in the center, longer at the ends, longer, shorter.
Чуть выше, ниже. Чуть-чуть ниже. Еще.
Mhm.
Нажимай.
How much time do you usually book for a client?
2 hours. 2 hours for a client.
Is the client enjoying the second pass more than the first now when she's numbed? The second,
Yes, I think she's sleeping. Actually, like 90% of my clients fall asleep. And after they wake up, they say, "Oh, you have so good energy here. I fall asleep."
Yeah, We also had a commentary here that girl is writing that she was taking our course last year and happily she can see her improvements in hair strokes.
Игорь, переключи кадр, пожалуйста.
Yeah, and I can see their improvements, and this is the best price for me.
Обратно переключи. Оксана, закрыла. Нет, сейчас обратно.
It's always such a struggle to film, to record a procedure, because I'm always moving the head of the client, the position of my body, and they need to find a good angle for you. So the promo code for 15% discount for all our products, you're gonna get it on your email, which you submitted when you registered. If you need any advice, what to purchase, you can ask.
How long did the nano hair strokes last on most clients?
It all depends. Answer is the same. Depends on the color, depends on the implantation of the pigment, so technique basically.
Is the guideline the longest line you make?
Я же только что это сейчас, я ее даже не фиксирую. Она line, it's not a hair stroke. Guide line is a line, we're not fixing it. There is no line anymore. Never ever fix the guide line. This is the biggest mistake you can do.
If I'd like to start with the basic course, then there will be an upgrade for advanced course, right?
Yes.
How much will I pay?
First of all, you need to finish the basic one, and then already we're gonna talk about the prices, because price will be changed on the next stream already. Maybe not, who knows. So if you're gonna just start now the basic, which starts on the 5th of May, then you're definitely cannot be in the advanced one, which starts on the 16th of June. So, but definitely, yeah, we're gonna do another advance.
На всякий случай, это, по-моему, примерно не все получается, можно сказать, что промокод вебинар 15.
So if you will not get an email with the promo code, we can actually write the promo in the chat, webinar 15. Это Марина должна сделать.
Can you show position of your body when you're doing the beginning of the eyebrow?
So, yeah, I was sitting like this, and when I work on the beginning, I change the position a little to the angle, to the side of my couch. So I was sitting this position, and then I'm moving here. Not really from the very back, but from the corner. 45 degrees.
not too personal. With what did you struggle the most when you started? Thank you for the discount. And what did you with the redness on the skin at the end?
With the redness of the skin at the end, I am using just applications in my iPhone. It's actually, this topic will be also covered during the advanced education. And what I was struggling when I was started, actually I was not struggling. I don't know. I was just in love with this work. And really, it's a really good question. I don't know. I think I was not struggling. Huh? My manager gave me an advice about my struggle, that I was looking for a good manager. And finally I found him. He's sitting in this room and reading all the comments. Already, how many years? 9 years.
I can say that I'm improved a lot after the last online course. And I also attended group training with Oksana, but the online monitoring was something extraordinary.
Thank you. That's true. Mm-hmm.
Tere, kas teie juurde saab Eestis koolitusele ka tulla, kus hinne kiri on?
You can just leave your details, your email, like phone number, how you want us to contact you, and the manager gonna contact you.
Have you ever had to remove your pigments with laser, and how do they react?
And why you did that?
How do they react to the
Yes, I removed them with the laser once we had only launched our lines. So one of the pigment was not really good tested, and in 1 year, 1 year or 2 years, I saw a little redness after like they didn't fade, they started to be a little red, one of the pigment only. And after, of course, we changed the formula of this pigment, but still the people had a little redness on their eyebrows, and we removed it with the laser, with the special nasadka, with the special equipment. And it's just turned a little, not even gray, it turns such a natural sandy color. So this redness just turned into just normal color, absolutely. And now they are happy. Ну, не знаю такого слова все равно.
Есть ли у меня смысл проходить новый курс, если в октябре я проходила у тебя предыдущий онлайн-курс? Я просто предлагаю,
We're gonna have upgrade price for this for such students who already took our online course. We're gonna have special price for upgrade to advanced, because it's really like a lot of new information there. Я не буду на русском говорить. Mm-hmm.
So once again, for those who already took our online course in last streams, you can contact me or our other manager Marina personally, and we will give you a special prize for an upgrade to this new advanced course. Там надо, чтобы они описали ситуацию, я говорю, поэтому я персонально проанализирую. Are your needle models suitable for any type of makeup tattoo machine?
Yes, they are universal as well. And I think we're actually almost done with this eyebrow. Another one gonna go faster already. Yep. I'm not doing it thick. I'm not really adding a lot of the hair in the lower part. I know that in Estonia nobody wants already thick eyebrows. Nobody wants really fluffy. They just want to keep it more natural looking. And that's also my advice for you. So try to stay more natural with the hair strokes. You always have the secondary treatment, yeah, the touch-up to add something. Because if you're gonna do extra or too much, then it's gonna be hard already to remove it. So it's better to start and do it step by step.
Another question in Estonian language. Kas ma jätan kontakti siia või kirjutan meili või Instagrami? Te saate jätan teie kontakti siia. Will the course also be in Spanish?
Yes. The Spanish, Italian, English and Russian.
Which laser to remove can you recommend?
Oh, this is not the question to me. I'm not removing with the laser. I do not understand anything in that. And I do not really want to start.
Хорошая камера, оставь это изображение.
Ну ты смешной.
Question about how to contact us.
А потому что солнце
So someone
попадает,
asked like
видишь?
where we should contact you. You can press the button, fill the form, and one of our managers will contact you.
We don't have sunny weather.
Is it an additional charge if you ship it in the UK? I think I will answer this question. What do you mean by the additional charge? Shipment to any country worldwide has its own price. So, like UK has its own fixed price as well as any other country. I think this basic fee is 30 or 35 euro, and as I've already said, the more you order, the larger the packages, the higher it costs.
I think the question was about the taxes, because UK is not EU anymore.
Leftover of the pigments is too little. Does that mean that I do it like too soft then, or it's wrong device or pigment? No, topic mine.
Retention?
Aga kui kahjugi ei jää nahka sisse või jääb
Ну, типа, я понял, не катки, это типа такой, типа оборванный.
Покажи на экран немножечко покрупнее.
siis ma teen liiga õrnalt või valge aparaadi pole pigment.
Here you need just, again, I need to see everything. It's hard to say what is wrong, but definitely what you already notice that something is wrong and you start to analyze, that's already good. You just need to find what is wrong. So how to understand it? Just trying to change, first of all, device, second the needle, then pigment, and then you're going to understand what was wrong.
So the person who asked about additional charge for shipping to the UK, now you are saying that once package comes from abroad, you pay for the government. I think you're talking about the VIT, value added tax. And since UK has left European Union 2 years ago, there is no VIT in the UK now. So if we send you a package from Estonia to the UK, you don't pay anything extra, just the price of the pigment that is written on the website and the delivery fee.
But she's going to pay on the border when she's going to
Yeah.
collect.
Yeah, so the other thing that Oksana is saying about is that you will have to pay your like inside country taxes for receiving these goods. But since I'm not able to say that on the webinar, you can write us an email and I will tell you how to avoid that or how to minimize that. We can help you with this question.
Жаль, что там не было моего лица.
What is the speed of the machine? I'm sorry, I'm joining the webinar late.
The speed is 3.2.
На солнце валит фронтальная камера очень сильно светит. Зато крупный план очень хороший. А вот это ответ. Макро очень красивый.
Не вопрос просто.
Спроси, им видно все хорошо?
Girls, how you see everything? The picture is clear? Ну,
Да, там вообще темно, кажется.
I use your needles but different device for hairstyle.
so try my device. You have now a good opportunity to purchase it with 15% discount.
Ну, не забывай просто.
Ну, я не знаю, что там.
Так, подожди, не фотографируешь.
I'm now working just with the natural light. It's just the sunlight now.
Да, очень хорошо. Yes, great. Thank you. Yeah, very much.
А вот на мой... So I answered you the question before. What is your main goal in the hairstroke technique? Why you're here? You want to improve it just for your clients to get more money, or you want to take part in the championship and to win it and to become a famous artist, as I am?
Просят после того, как ты закончишь, хоть ну, короче, фотографию отправить, результат в группу.
Да, конечно, окей.
After it finishes, could you send the pic to the
result in the group.
Yes, no problem. And even I can send you the result when she's gonna come to the touch-up as well.
Do you have discount for pigment?
Yes, we have now the discount code webinar 15 for all the products during this web and until the today's night.
And it will be also sent to your email.
And it will be also sent to your email.
What is the size of the needle?
Good morning. The size of the needle right now is 35 MT hard.
So another question about maximum power of your machine. As Oksana said, it's not about the machine, it is about the device, the power supply, I mean. Какая там максимальная скорость двигателя?
Нет.
What is the maximum speed of your machine? 3.2 is the maximum speed of your machine for type of product.
No, of course not. The maximum is 12. Or 10. Yeah, 12.
Заканчивал на 4 час.
Сколько время?
3:30 пошло, сейчас уже 25.
Все, 25 минут, и я заканчиваю. So I think we're gonna be on
So the
time.
promo code is now fixed in chat, so you can see it in chat. It's webinar 15. So you'll get a 50% discount for all our products with this promo code. By products, we mean physical products, not services like online course or any other courses.
Yeah. А Игорь только на продукцию сделал?
What speed would you suggest on critical atom X and your machine?
4.2. 4.4.
So someone answered that both reasons will be good to learn this technique.
Mm-hmm.
We want to learn how to get best retention on skin first and then move forward.
So first struggle is retention.
First to get best retention and then move forward.
Yeah.
What type of needles are you working with? 3RL or one taper 3-tip needle?
Now is 1-point needle. Я забыла, что мы же должны были поменять еще. So no more questions?
Do you also use soft needles? Depending on the client's skin.
Soft needles I'm using for shading only. So for hair strokes I'm always using only hard.
Do you use 30 RL needle on medium skin?
Yes, 30 diameter for medium skin, for normal skin thickness.
What needle are you using now? Now she's using 35 RL in T hard.
RL можно не говорить.
Question for manager. When is the stock of these listed needles will be back again? Unfortunately, we're not able to say that at the moment. Definitely not earlier than in 4 months. doesn't matter why, but so not earlier than in 4 months, that's for sure. You're welcome. How we know if we order soft or hard needle?
It's written on the website. Is it hard or soft? It's H letter or without H letter, that means that it's soft.
And there is also a description of each position on the website, so you will definitely understand if you read it. What is your opinion on the scratching sound that some artists do on the skin with machine hairstrokes technique?
I also have scratchy sound when I do the long hatches at the ends. This is normal. It's just like different type of the scratchy sound. It should not be like you are damaging the skin too much, but a little it can be. It's normal.
The sound happens when quick hand movements and the machine speed can be fast or slow.
If you're gonna use during all the length of the stroke, long movements, and you're gonna hear this scratch sound, then it's definitely incorrect. Because you're just traumatizing the skin a lot and you cannot really collect all the pixels together and create a one clear line. So that's the point of the technique. You are creating the line by the pixels and you need to collect all the pixels together in the middle part of the strokes. And to do that, short hatches gonna really help you.
Are you implanting mineral pigments a little deeper than organic pigments would go?
Yes, just a little. And I can also pass more, so implant more pigment.
And now you're using 0.25 needle, right?
35.
0.35, yes.
I never use 25 needle for the hair strokes. Even if it's very thin skin, I'm still using 30, but I can use medium taper as well. But 25, you will never have such a thin skin on the forehead. Like thin can be lips, eyes, but definitely not the skin on the forehead. А? Ой, я не видела.
Ты можешь раз в 5 минут повторить, что работает такой бой, такой скорости, потому что опять те же самые вопросы.
А это классика.
Считать?
Это те, кто подсоединились только.
Считать? What speed are you working with now?
Да нет, это просто те, которые только подсоединились.
295
А?
295 человек.
Ну, они же все равно приходят, уходят, меняются.
Не, да.
Can you show the position of your body when you work in front on these eyebrows? This
Мгм.
strong line.
Включи эту фронталку. So yeah, on the right, I changed the position to that side, and on the left, I changed the position to this side. That's it. So no secret, no any rules. And I put the elbow on her chest, the whole hand actually, and just working like this. If it's not comfortable, then you can also stand. Maybe that's gonna help you. And sometimes when I draw the hairs in this eyebrow curved other direction, then I can go to this side, like to the back. Саш, я же
Я просто...
все это время объясняла, как я сижу,
Нет, это я менял.
а мне нужна фронталка. So when I do the hair's other curve, then I can go to the back side, like right here, and then I do another curve direction. But now it's a classical curve, so I can handle to do it from just this position.
When I work with a thicker diameter cartridge, the strokes also tend to be thicker than yours. What advice do you have, or what can I do to make wise to keep them thin and clean?
The thin hair doesn't, как это сказать, не... So the thickness of the hair is... Блядь, я даже по-русски не могу сформулировать.
Не должна быть.
Не зависит от... Зависит, слово забыла. Вот. Вот это слово я забыла. I forgot the word. So the thickness of the hair doesn't depend on the needle diameter, because the diameter, the changes of the difference of the diameter is so small, it cannot really affect the thickness of your hair. The thickness of your hair is practice, precision, hand position, and that's it. Okay, device can affect, but just a little. Okay, we have different like liner devices, more powder devices. Like one can be a little more liner, like you can do more liner work with it, like easier. But if you're gonna do a device, the powder device, to me, I can still do thin hair. It's just a practice and precision. Precision you're gonna achieve because of the practice, and also as far as you're gonna understand the right position and you're gonna practice the right position of your hand and how the fingers are moving, then you're gonna get and improve your precision.
Do I must hear scratching sound?
Yes, but only at the ends of the hairs. When you do long and harsh movement.
Can you share the best aftercare advice for good healing?
Yes, now we can talk about the aftercare. So the aftercare is just dry healing. You just do nothing basically. So today I'm gonna suggest her to wipe the eyebrows every 2 hours with just moisturized cotton pad. And then it's gonna be just dry healing. Just do nothing. No sauna, no swimming pool. Just dry.
Okay, guys who are asking about the needles that are out of stock, unfortunately, new needles will arrive not earlier than in 4 months. So at the moment, you can buy all that we have in stock. Can you please repeat the speed that you use with one point needle?
3.2. But I'm gonna use the same speed with other needles as well.
When you draw the original strokes, you don't draw them from behind her, you're still in the front position?
Always in this position.
How to make possible to work in only one side sitting position rather than to go to the other side moving the chair and yourself as well? How to make it possible?
Just practice?
You need to do to
Я понимаю.
yoga.
Конечно. I used also to work from 2 sides. I started to work with from 2 sides. And then I just relearned. And that's it, because I moved to another room. I used to work in a salon as well. I had a really small room and it was no space to move around, and I just relearned myself. That's it. So the question is in motivation, why you need that? If you don't need that, then why you want to change it?
I noticed on your website that you visit Latin America, specifically Chile. If I take the online course, is there a possibility of a discount for in-person classes with you? Thank you.
This is a hard question, yeah, because it's not like my organization. I definitely can, what we're doing, like the girls who took online course, they are coming here to Estonia, and then they are just coming for 1 day, so they don't need the theoretical day. But with such classes where is like it's not my organization, then it's a little harder. But it's a topic to discuss. Huh? Mm-hmm.
That's a short stroke machine.
No, it's a 3.0 stroke. It's changeable. Yeah, I forgot. Like I never change it actually because for me it's very comfortable to work with the 3.0 stroke. I call it like universal stroke.
Yeah, but you can always change it to 0 or to 2.0.
Yeah.
And from tomorrow, she doesn't have to wipe with moist cotton.
No. From tomorrow, just dry healing.
So you don't recommend to use any cream or Vaseline to apply during the
No, never ever any Vaseline. Forget about the Vaseline. This is old school already. I mean, you can always ask a question. When you have a trauma, like you fall from the bicycle and you have like scratches on your knee, do you put Vaseline on it? No. Why should she?
Bundle 3 on your website does not state the bottle size. Are they 10 milliliters? Yes. All the pigments are 10 milliliters.
А что они? И показались они больше?
Нет, на сайте написано bundles, только пачечка написано. All the bundles on our website consist of the same pigments that are listed separately. So if it's written that the pigment separately is 10 milliliters, that means that the bundle consists out of the same bottles.
No, it's a good question. We need to put it on the website then.
Is it still your rocket? Yes, it is still her rocket. I have a problem that the hair strokes are thick, or if I apply less pressure, then I don't have any hair strokes at all. What could be the problem? I hope you understand my question, and I also, do I move back and forward while making hair strokes?
We have different hatches. I suggest to start with the towards yourself hatches only. They are easier to control the depth, the pressure, etc. The problem with the not enough precise stroke is in your technique, in the practice as well, but basically technique, so you can work with shorter movement, and shorter hatch give you more precision, and then longer at the end with the scratchy sound.
Thank you so much, and thank you for sharing with us such a beautiful work.
You're welcome. Yeah, if you're gonna just see me when I work, you're gonna understand why I answer so strange. Because it's like sometimes I'm not even breathing when I'm doing. Or I'm too much concentrated and I cannot really think. Там что-то видно вообще? Реально?
Да, просто бывает вот да, уже, конечно, в темноту ушла.
What are your thoughts on 5 flat needles? I see you're using it sometimes.
What are my force?
No, what are your thoughts?
It's nice to try different. So with 5 flat you can work with the hybrid pigments. If you used to work with the hybrid and you are afraid to overlap so much with the 1 point, then you can easily take the 5 flat and do this overlapping with the hybrids, and you're gonna get beautiful results. But it's a little harder to control because you need always to think about the position of your 5 needles. They need always to be in a row. Yes, to create line, not to shade. So this is the hardest thing in 5 flat. But in all other way, it's good. You can easily do a beautiful lines with it. Это сейчас вот я буду.
Can you show how to work with flat needles?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in 2 minutes.
Don't you use any products until the procedure to calm down the skin or make it soft? I mean, white soap, skin balm, aloe gel, or something else?
During the treatment, no. I'm not using any.
What kind of numbing cream do you start with, and do you use any secondary?
Все понятно? I'm not using the primary numbing cream, and the secondary can be cysteine or what you have. It doesn't really matter. Ну, мы закончили эту. В принципе, тут еще пару волосиков мне надо нарисовать сейчас. И можно будет... So yeah, we almost finished. Just, I think I want to draw a little more here. And then I take the 5 flat and 3 point needle.
Isn't it easier to use 7 MAC curved rather than 5 flat? For me, it is for sure. I tried 5 flat and it was hard to stay in the line.
Yeah, that's the point. Every artist find their perfect match with the cartridges, with the devices, with the technique. Like, for me, the best way is with 1 point needle. It's the easiest and fastest. So some people say that with the 5 flat is faster. It's just about also the practice, you know. It's like the sportsman. He's winning the first place not because he has Nike sneakers or Adidas. It's just because he did a lot of job, and it doesn't matter what sneakers he has.
About the cartridges again, so what is missing will be missing for the next 4 months at least. I mean, on the website. What do you think about slope needles?
I think very good. As I told you already, you can work with every type of the needle. It's just like the question is of why you need to choose them. So that's the thing. Now we change. I'm gonna show you how to work with the 5 flat. Like not I gonna show you. I gonna just like show you not how to work, but what I can do in this work with 5 flat needle.
Guys,
Можно
about
модель поставить в камеру в телефон?
Kas sa võid vaadata siia telefonisse? Да кто-то попросил?
Ну нет, это я попросил.
Угу. Võidki enne panna.
guys, about this discount code. Discount code doesn't work on bundles, so it works on single products.
Ah,
Because
yeah.
bundles already go with a discount, so discount cannot be counted twice. How much time it takes you to finish all processes?
Actually, it should take 2 hours. We are here already almost 4. So now we're gonna just extend the ends of the hairs. Check. So the hardest thing here is to follow the line and to find the position when the 5 needles are in one row and you are leading the line. No, the wrist you cannot put like this. This is already wrong hand position. Поставь другую камеру. So this is wrong hand position. This is correct hand position. Like the wrist is not on her face. Only the finger.
What's the difference between hard and soft needle? Are these vertex needles, are they hard or soft?
I have no idea. This is different needles. It's my special configuration, hard and soft. The difference is in the bar. This is quite hard to explain without any pictures. But vertex, I don't even know, are they like, they don't have this specification, I think.
Aftercare question. When can clients resume back to their normal routine after procedure like washing face and applying sunscreen on brow area?
When the crust
Goes down.
goes off, goes down, when they heal. So you see, with the 5 flat, my movement starts to be a little different. And I'm always constantly in the skin, moving very short. And then I'm prolonging the ends. Hmm?
Там не видно, не так, поэтому
Someone in the chat said that vertex is soft needle. Thank you.
I don't really think that they are soft actually, because I used to work with them. And they can be maybe a little softer than mine hard. But they are not really soft.
Guys, when you're saying that the price doesn't change or something doesn't work, it's very hard to understand that in chat
What
at the
are you
moment.
talking?
So it is better if you make a screenshot and write to our email, and I will gladly.
But not email, Telegram we have. In our
You can write
Telegram
in
chat.
Telegram or email or wherever you want.
через таблетку перекинуть.
Ну, так это я просто буду. And about about informing you how to minimize your import duty on UK purchasing. As I've already said, I can't say it here on the webinar.
А
You
какая
have to
сейчас
write to
камера?
me personally.
Там кто закрывает, я вижу, вон камера, у меня там что-то как раз.
You can find my phone number on our webpage in the bottom of the home webpage.
I don't really know what to add here actually and what to prolong. I already, you see, did all the treatment. But what I can say definitely is that 5 flat needle is not for her skin. She has really, really thick skin for the 5 flat, so you need to press a lot with the mineral. So it makes no sense right now. And with the 3, then we're gonna try. Сильно? Вот раз.
Только глаза видят.
Так а куда? На вот сюда?
Чуть-чуть пускай приподнимет.
To this camera. Ой, все камеры.
Это сильно, чуть-чуть подвинуть вниз. Вот так.
Ой. And for 3-point needle, I can take also a little darker pigment then. So I'm gonna add to this mix which we had, 2 and 5, just a little more number 5.
Why are you using 5 flat now?
I just wanted to show you that you can extend the ends, but actually what I noticed is that 5 flat doesn't really work good with her skin, because her skin is quite thick. And after the trauma, it starts also to be a little harder now. So let's just do a little more darkness. Let's just add a little more darkness in the center of the eyebrow and of the strokes, and that's it. And just we finish, because it's already 4 hours we're doing the treatment, and it's already a little too much. So with the 3-point needle, you also do short movement, almost always constantly moving in the skin. Just adding some volume and make this transition softer. And of course, when you work with more than 1 needle, you need to press already more for the skin, because the resistance between the needle and the skin starts to be higher. Okay, let's add some here. Там еще не видно, да? Саш?
Ну, ты вот сейчас повернула плохо, ничего. Что вот так?
Что там по вопросам?
What pencil did you use for drawing?
I'm gonna send the picture to the Telegram chat.
What needle now?
Now it's 3 RL, it's 25 diameter, So 3 needles, 25 diameter, together.
How are you cleaning? Is it wet pad?
Давай попробуем показать.
Wet with the water. Не надо.
Yeah, just a regular water from your sink. So 5 flat is recommended for what type of skin mostly?
5 flat mostly for hybrid. I mean, not even for skin. For hybrid with the more pressure and for more like normal thickness skin. This is already a little too thick, as we see. It's just like by feeling.
Do you change speed on device with 3-point needle
No, the same speed.
and 5-point needle?
The same speed, yeah. No. Yeah, I think we are done. Now we're gonna make the picture and...
Всё?
Да. Дашь мне телефон, фотографию сделать?
Да, секундочку. Сейчас. Это все тут, Олег. Все тут. А на мой ты хочешь?
Ну, я на твой же фоткаю. Или я этот могу уже снять?
Да ты до этого могла это снять.
Давай я на это сфоткаю, а потом на свой. А где моя линза еще тоже? Ава Сильмат? Ватасия?
Я ее положил. Ну вон внизу.
Да, качество, конечно. So the quality of 15 and 16 is absolutely different. Забери эту фигню.
Давай. Какой? 15?
The 16 is definitely better.
Сейчас, подожди секунду.
Okay, so now to make a picture we can... Ага! Блядь.
Что?
Ничего, блин.
Ручки сильные.
We can low down the lamp. Это можно отключить?
Мне надо было чат, который освободился.
Ага. Also can give you... а может камеру как-то
Я
эту
просто-
поднять,
я
чтобы у меня
пытаюсь
было видно
снимать.
голову?
Смотри, у меня у кого-то кадр я поставил.
Нет, вот я им показываю, как фоткать. Вот эту чуть-чуть отодвинь.
Секунду. Я вот эту выставлю, ты меня это...
А у тебя там зарядка же.
Я уже поставил.
Тебе надо подальше камеру. Хочется кого-то еще чуть подальше. Нельзя?
Некуда.
Почему?
Свет.
Вот. Нормально. Свет этот нафиг не нужен. So, we low down a little the lamp. Lower the lamp. Too many different options. And we're gonna make the picture. Very nice picture. Also, what I wanted to say, an advice: if you see some light spots like блеск, like lightning.
Bleak.
Bleak. Bleak.
Не знаю, как это значит.
Bleak. Highlight. Да, вот, highlight. You can just take... So just take the dry... убери просто эту камеру, она нафиг не нужна. You can just take a dry cotton pad and just clean, just with the dry. And then you will not have this bleak or highlight or this light spot anymore. Okay, so we do... like this, and then also with the macro lens. So you see I'm doing all my pictures, videos just with the ring light. No any specific equipment. Then you do macro, you need to turn a little her head. The object you want to make a picture needs to be in the center of the lamp. That's why I need to turn a little the head, and her eyebrow then gonna be in the center of the ring light. Васильевна?
О, смотрите, я могу еще вот так
Wat öyle sen?
Телефон все равно не видно.
Почему? Да, почему даже хуйня?
Не, ну сейчас, да, сейчас видно.
Alopecia. Silmagaya. В шоке, телефон просто от жары.
Но он сильно и нагрелся.
So, and we're gonna do another eyebrow as well. Что там по вопросам, нет никого? Ой.
Сам нет ничего в чате.
What ring light? Details.
Почему она ничего не присылала?
I don't know. It's a ring light from Ukraine.
Понимаю, выше, у меня этих вопросов всех нет.
Авата сильно Россия?
Два пальца.
Чуть в другую сторону. Почему она все эти вопросы не прислала? How do you retouch the... How...
Ilus, jah. Jaa, ma tegin sellised, noh, mitte väga suured praegu, et kui sa tahad pärast a wider, siis me võime teha, jah? Vaata siia.
Can you suggest any application for editing pictures?
Yes, Lightroom, Facetune, and that's it actually. And Buzzard, you can do just collages and create something interesting.
Very nice and natural. Love it.
Кстати, знаешь что, Муз? Возьми камеру и сними фотку им, чтобы они видели сразу. Нельзя так?
Еще раз.
Ну или вот эту камеру и показать телефон.
Ну, эта камера, видишь, какой ракурс сейчас сделан?
А вот этой?
Вот это, это и есть камера.
А,
Вот сбоку общий план.
ну не будем так делать? Или я просто...
Если хочешь, ты можешь на мой, типа, ну, снять ракурс, показать, а вот этим я без провода подключусь и выведу, покажу.
Ну давай я попробую, я не уверена, что он твой просто так снимет.
That video, скорее всего, закапал.
Так, подожди, надо. Я включил полностью.
Это столько вопросов тут.
А ты вообще отключилась?
Да. Я же спросила, можно отключиться?
Ну, завершить, а там еще есть.
Отключить.
Тебя не слышно сейчас?
Не слышно. I have the questions, да?
Ну, дай ему.
What ring light? I don't know. I can make a picture, also send to the chat. What are your settings on the iPhone, please? Oh, there is no specific settings. It's all about the angles and the light. I'm gonna also show and explain that on the course, on the online course, and it's gonna be more information definitely than now, but now I can show you just the angle. Thank you for all the information. What micro lens brand? Also, I can send you the picture of this. What is the name of your machine for PM? It's my own brand machine. Do you use any serum or cooling gel to get off the redness? We don't have any redness. And redness I reduce after, if it's still a little, I just reduce it in Lightroom, in application. Ну, получается, нет? Ну, все туда. And also the pictures, тогда верни мой телефон, я еще поснимаю. And also the pictures, macro pictures, I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna send you to the Telegram. I'm gonna show you the pictures before and after with the retouch. And you're gonna see that there is no such a huge difference.
Что-то летало в линзы, что-то еще.
Фотку линзы,
Что-то еще.
фотку лампы,
Да.
фотку фотки.
Это, не сидел на
What
Ой.
is your most used pigment? In Finland?
4 and 2, I think.
Сейчас я покажу, как я могу сделать. Олег, мышку на тебя можно?
Мышку?
Да, сейчас я сделаю.
So we're finished with the model. I just sit and talk with you more 5, maybe 10 minutes to answer all the questions you're gonna have still, and to explain maybe a little about online course and what it gives to you. Да. But your reaction should be good. You like it?
See on väga ilus. hästi loomulik. või inglise keeles it's very natural.
It doesn't matter.
Да в камеру могу посмотреть. У меня 60 батареи.
Да ладно.
Да.
Ну супер.
Я прям чувствую, как она садится.
Вот вообще.
Хорошо.
So I'm back. I need a questions. So what I'm back. So you see all the treatment. You get so many answers, I think, to your questions. So questions are all the same as always. So maybe you still have some. Not only please about which needle I was working with and which speed was on my power supply.
Is it possible to buy your machine and pigments in USA?
Not in USA. We have online shop, so you can order.
To any country?
To
in the
any
world?
country, yeah, it's worldwide shipping.
What kind of pigments do you recommend for hair strokes? Hybrids or organics?
There is no recommendation like only this or only that. So I'm using mineral for the whole my career for PMU life. And that's just what I like and just what I used to work with. But hybrid you can also use. It's just going to be a little different technique already.
Thank you so much for your generous heart. What pigment did you use on her?
I used 2 and 5, so she was red base, and we choose the pigment yellow base to balance the skin color and the pigment. It was Moon and Mercury 50-50.
Thank you so much for the webinar. It was amazing. Where can we see the before and after pictures?
I'm gonna definitely send to our Telegram chat before and after pictures, different angles, and also with and without retouch. And about this more deeply, I'm gonna explain on my advanced package online course. There's gonna be a new full topic about the marketing, about how to create a content, how to create the strategy, how to build the perfect account, how to talk, how to communicate with your clients, how to work with objections, how to create funnels, like we here, go there, take this. Also, yeah, about the retouch, gonna be a lot about how to create reels and about the personal brand, how to build it, why it's important, and a lot. So it's like a huge new topic.
Are the same cartridges for powder brows as well?
Yes, I'm using for powder soft needles, and for hair strokes I use hard needles. Yeah, all the zones I'm doing with my cartridges, all the zones I'm doing with my pigments, all the zones I'm doing with my device. I have my device, my pigments, my cartridges, not because they are best of the best of the best. It's a lot of different products nowadays on the market. It's just like, it's just mine, and I'm working with that. I love it. I know how they fade, how they implant, how they react with the skin, etc. So I know them absolutely 100% sure. They're good quality, and I'm in love with that.
Do you give hairstroke brows to any client that wants them, or would you advise against it and do powder brow instead?
Yes, of course. Sometimes there are clients where we cannot really do a hair stroke technique, and it's hard to explain without any pictures when it happens, but definitely the affects the choose of your technique, not even the skin, but the amount and quality of natural hair strokes, and of course the all permanent makeup.
Does basic package include part on marketing?
No, basic package doesn't include the marketing part, because the basic package is... Я просто ничего не вижу.
Они все слева у тебя.
Тут?
Да.
Вот так надо говорить? So the basic package doesn't include marketing, because basic is called basic because it's basic. It's for the beginners. It's for the people who are not dealing with the hair stroke technique, not with the permanent makeup, but with the hair stroke technique, or they just started, or they're not absolutely sure that they're doing right or going in the right way with this hair stroke technique. This is the perfect package for you, the basic one. So after you finish it, and if you like it, and if you want to improve it, you can definitely make an upgrade for the advanced package. Yeah, and advanced is already for the students who already took my online course or other courses, because I added a new section about the needle configuration, about the hatches. There are going to be a lot of different information about different direction of the hatches, how to work with different needle configuration. And yeah, totally upgraded models. It's going to be really interesting, and a lot of different models such as alopecia, cover up alopecia. It's going to be dark skin. I have the model, dark skin. Also, it's going to be, I have also the model for oily and really hard case, oily porous skin and after the laser remover. And какая пятая схема, я не помню.
Азиатская, современная.
Причем тут эта модель, вот там вот написано. Я просто не вижу.
Значит, old permanent, alopecia, only skin, three different needle
Вот, three different model gonna be, that's why I don't remember, because there is no specific specification for the model, a specification for the needles. Yeah, so it's gonna be also the model, how I work with the different needles.
Про кнопку напомни. Я не понимаю, кто кнопку тебе сказать.
Yeah, you actually see the book a spot button now. They see already? Yes. So if you're ready to join me in this journey, in the Hairstroke journey, then you are on the right place and on the right moment.
У нас есть.
That's it?
Да.
No questions?
Я могу вставить.
Марина говорит, что ты про оплату, она сказала там то, что частями можно и так далее.
Можешь прощаться, ставлю тизер и конец. Тизер и там конец.
Okay, so girls,
Я тизер.
if you still do not have any questions, then I'm free to go and you're free to go. And I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you got a lot of new information, and I hope you're gonna be in love with the hairstroke technique in the same level, in the same way as I am right now, and gonna be always in love with this technique, because this is the best ever technique in our industry. Bye bye!
Despierte el amor en nuestras almas, que ilumine el fuego de nuestras pasiones. En este escenario de deseos ardientes, nos entregamos al amor sin condiciones. Despierta el amor, despierta el deseo, una sinfonía sensual de placer y fuego. Que nuestras almas se unan en un abrazo eterno.